Adding multiple query criteria to filter your records can be accomplished in a couple of different ways. Let's create a query that explores our employees' data and uses multiple filtering criteria. I'm going to create a new query in Design View by going to the Create tab, Query Design. From there, we'll add our employees table. And from the employees table, we'll choose first name, last name, department, and status. If we add multiple criteria on the same line, Access treats them as a logical AND statement. Let's try adding manufacturing to the criteria row under department, and we'll add full-time in the criteria row under status. Notice that when I typed in full-time, Access started thinking that I was typing in the function called time. That's not really what I want, so I need to make sure that I include the quotation marks on my own. I'll press backspace a few times, and this time I'll type in the quotation marks, full-time. Now I can press enter and that works out fine. Let's view our data sheet to see the results. I'll click on the data sheet button here. We'll see we have a total of 80 employees that are both in the manufacturing department and at our full-time status. Let's go back into Design View. You'll notice that the line below criteria says OR. In fact, you can think of every line below as also OR lines. When you place multiple criteria on these lines, Access returns the logical combination of the two criteria. So if we move full-time from this line up here, I'll just delete over that, down and move it to the OR line here, remember to type in the quotation marks, full-time, quotation mark. If I run this query, we'll see a different result. Now I get a total of 464 employees that are either in the manufacturing department or that are at full-time, or possibly both. Let's switch back and explore a little further. Go back into Design View. What happens if we want to display two criteria on the same field? Well, we can use the OR line in this case as well. Let's remove the full-time criteria here, and underneath manufacturing, I'm going to type quality assurance. Now I'll run the query, and we'll see just the employees that are in the manufacturing or quality assurance departments. All right, go back into Design View. There's a shortcut to writing that out on a single line using something called a logical operator, but it includes a common tripping point. Often you'll think to yourself something along the lines of, I want to see all the employees in the manufacturing and quality assurance departments. If you go to the criteria line and type that out, I'll delete quality assurance here, go back up above where it says manufacturing, and after that I'll type out and, in quotation mark, quality assurance, and press enter. If it's too long, you can enlarge the field by clicking and dragging here. So now it reads manufacturing and quality assurance. Let's run that data sheet. This time I don't get any results. So why is that? Well, if we think it through, you'll realize that you've actually asked for all of the employees that are in both departments at the same time. Obviously, that doesn't apply to anyone, so Access returns the 0 results. Let's go back into Design View. And if we change and here to the word or, so now it reads manufacturing or quality assurance. I'll click to the end and press enter. Now I'll run the data sheet, and we'll get the same results that we had when they were on multiple lines. So changing and to or is the easy fix to a common mistake. Now we get the results that we expected. There is one place where using the logical operator and makes sense. Let's go back into Design View the last time. And I'm going to add in our hire date field from the employees table to the query. Let's say that we were interested in only the manufacturing or quality assurance people that were hired in 2012. We can go into the criteria row here and type it out. I will say between and the first day of 2012, 1/1/2012, and 12/31/2012. I'll make that field a little larger so we can see the whole thing. And now we can specify a range by using and here because that makes sense in this context. Go ahead and run it, and we'll see just the 14 employees that are either in manufacturing or the quality assurance departments that were hired in the year 2012. We did that by making use of multiple criteria on the same line in the Access Query Design View and mixing in a couple of and or logical operators.